Good afternoon. We're here with Women Speaking Up, our podcast by Leni Lett and I, myself, Barry Contreras. And today we have a very special guest who I'm very excited to introduce you to. She is an amazing woman. I've known her for a few years, and she's definitely a jack of all trades. She's this incredible vegan chef. I mean, oh my gosh, her food is amazing. She's also an extraordinary pet sitter. Whenever we come back, our dog does not want to have her leave. It's like, oh, you're back.
Mollie.
This is very disappointing. Yeah. And it takes a couple of days. It's like Mollie keeps looking around the house for Robin. You know, it's sad to me. You know, I'm like, jump up and down, be excited that I'm home now. You know, not at all. I'm sorry.
Don't you just love being put up on a pedestal?
Wonderful.
Yes.
Well, Robin.
The fall is very long.
And so I highly recommend Robin Campanella to watch over your pets and your home. She is amazing. But the other thing that she's really amazing about, especially living here in Baja, she is a caregiver for her mother who is on kidney dialysis.
Ooh.
And there are no services here in Baja that help her in any way. So she had to learn and get trained in the United States in order to have her mom and her here in Baja. And she does this for her 7 days a week. So it's an amazing service and support of someone she loves dearly, and of course her mom loves her dearly, and I love her dearly. So we're so excited, Robin, to have you with us today. And I know Robin has said that one of her favorite quotes, which I think applies to what I just said about her as a caregiver, is when she thought she couldn't, she did. And I think that's a strong statement about so many women I know, but especially about you, Robin.
Thank you.
So talk to me about why that quote is so important to you.
Well, my sister and Peter, you know my sister Stephanie and Peter Wilson, they are the ones who got me to leave where I was living in Las Vegas, Nevada, because I was in an abusive relationship. And I told them that I wouldn't leave until my daughter was ready to graduate from high school, and that was about 2 years. So I left my abusive husband and worked 2 jobs until I was able to get to Washington State, and literally sold everything and came to Washington. And it's because of my sister and my brother-in-law that they believed in me, because even my brother said to them, you need to get her out of Las Vegas. You need to get her away, because my ex-husband was stalking me. He did a lot of bad things. And I finally left and went and lived with them in Washington. And then I ended up starting my own cleaning business thanks to my sister and Peter. They asked me, what am I good at? Because I transfer jobs. I ended up losing my job. I was there 18 years.
Oh, wow.
With the grocery business. And I said, well, I'm crying and I'm sitting on this twin little bed that I was sleeping on. I said, I'm good at cleaning and organizing. And she's like, okay, you're going to start your own business. And so her husband made me a big sign that said, we made up a name, Lovely Home is what my business was. And I cleaned for 14 years. And I literally had nothing. I didn't have 50 cents to my name. And I ended up buying my first house. And I moved up into Squim, up on the peninsula, and I bought a beautiful condo. And I had more beautiful clients. I moved up closer to where my mom and her husband were living so I can help take care of them because they needed help grocery shopping. And it just all unfolded. Like, I had the most amazing clients. And you always have to remember, there's always one person that will believe in you as long as you believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you don't have anything. You have to believe in yourself. And I did. And I worked hard.
And the product that you sell.
And believing in the product you sell, Leni, can
Yes.
you expand on that?
Well, I think if you are representing something, If you are selling a product, you absolutely have to believe that it is good. You can't put obstacles up that it's too expensive or people are not interested. You got to believe that what you have is desirable, or else it just doesn't work, because the energy you exude affects everything and everyone around you.
And you obviously had, Robin, very positive energy surrounding you. I mean, your sister, your brother-in-law who believed in you and really wanted to help.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think that makes a difference in people's lives. Like you said, it's one person. It could be one person, but if they're beside you, that really helps. But then bottom line, you were also saying, you have to believe in yourself first.
Absolutely.
As well.
Yes, yeah. So when I started my cleaning business, they had a little condo and I was renting a little place, and I had this little red bucket, and I'm like, how am I going to make money from this little red bucket, cleaning? And I'm like, okay, the universe, will guide me. And every night I wrote on everything I was grateful for. If it was a pair of socks, if it was the shirt on my back, it was my dog, it was my home, the roof over my head. I wrote every night and wrote, thank you, universe, for everything. And things started to evolve. Things started getting better and better and better. And then my landlord died. And I'm like, oh my God, where am I going to live? Because I was with my sister, and they moved into their condo working space, and I found a place, and she died. And it's so funny, when somebody negative, the lady's cousin said to me, you'll never find anything this cheap again, ever. And I live by the water. And I was like, oh. And then I had a client that was very wealthy, and she knew someone, and she spoke highly of me. And they were traveling all the time. She allowed me to move into their home, and I lived in their basement, and I was watching their home, and it was cheaper than what I was paying.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's all about belief and knowing that you can do anything, and everything is possible. Everything.
That's true. You can be, do, and have anything you desire, as long as you focus on it with a laser sharpness.
Yes.
So what do you think brought that about for you, those beliefs?
I think of having the strength of knowing where I came from and not having anything, and somebody telling me that I will be nothing, I will have nothing, and wishing the worst on me, and took that. And
Your ex-husband.
yes, yeah, and took it and said, no, I'm going to be something, I'm going to do something, and I'm not going to lie down and be the victim. I'm going to show to myself and to my kids that I can do this. And I did. And I have 2 daughters. They're grown daughters. I have a 32-year-old and a 35-year-old. And they know that their dad didn't give me anything. I had no child support. I was married 18 years. I had nothing. And from coming from nothing into something is beautiful, like magical. And nobody gave me anything. It was all done from the cleaning business.
So did you call the cleaning business the Little Red Bucket?
Yeah, actually I had it on my business cards with the little red bucket, and it's called Lovely Home, and Peter helped me design it, and his brother helped me design my cards with the little red bucket on it. Yeah.
I love that. That is really wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I see you brought some books with you. Did these books help you to get to the place that you were at?
Yeah, so I don't know if you ever heard of Louise Hay.
Yes.
She is an amazing, and Wayne Dyer. They were like 2 wonderful human beings. And you can heal your life. And there's so many things in this book that got me to where I am today. And reading and writing and journaling every night on whatever maybe come to mind, you write. And if you have a negative thought, you turn it around with a positive thought. And also I read this book called The Magic. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yes.
She's amazing. I started reading The Secret when I first left. I was trying to get my life together. I was sleeping on a floor for a while at a friend's house until I had enough money to save to get a place. And I started reading this book. And this book brought me so much hope and so much faith in myself that anything is possible. And it's just amazing. And then I started reading her other book, Magic, because I was like, I really would like to buy a home. I would really like to, get my life, better than where it is now. And I was able to start saving money from my business, my cleaning business, and I bought a condo. And then I sold it, and I got to Mexico, and I bought a house here. So it's amazing.
And when did you start that journey?
I started this in 2012.
Now, so many women who are in situations like you were in feel trapped or don't see any possible alternative. I think that's the reason they stay in very abusive, violent, horrible situations, because they don't have maybe that one person behind them, or they also have been pushed down so much that it's hard for them to find that sense of vision about themselves, their own power, and their future. So what do you think during your time, how long were you married to him?
18 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, and I left several times. I've gone to women's shelters. I've gone into hiding, and then thinking that I'm not able to make anything of my life, and like I'm helpless, I'm trapped. Like you said, I felt the same way. I was trapped, had no money. He controlled everything, and I went back. There were so many times that I went back, and then the last time that I went back, that was the final straw, was when he had a gun and he was waving it and said he was going to kill everybody in the police, because I had to call the police. And the police told me that you are lucky that you're not in a body bag. And that's when I finally shifted. I mean, that's how much it took for me to leave. And I hope to maybe reach one person that's listening to this podcast on how important it is. It's not going to get any better. It's not. And they can make it up, and they can bring you flowers, and they can be nice to you for 2 weeks. And then it goes back to the same thing again. You're back to the same drawing board. And if you feel trapped and you feel like you can't do it, if you have a car, leave. Take a little bit, whatever you can grab, and leave, and live in your car until you can figure it out. There's plenty of resources today that you can get help. There's plenty of shelters. There's plenty of resources. Do not stay, because even if you have children, they get affected by this. And it's not fair to them, and it's not fair to you. And all the family around you, if you have family, it affects them as well. And don't think it's going to get any better, because it's not.
What had happened to him that he became so abusive? That doesn't happen in a vacuum.
Yeah, so things were okay, in the first 3 years, and then all of a sudden he just became really dark. Like Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Hyde. I don't know if he should have been on any medication, but he was very controlling. I wasn't allowed to really go anywhere. I mean, when I did go places, I took the kids. We didn't have cell phones. We had pagers. And I was always being paged, I was always being cussed at, like asking me where am I, when you get back. It was not a good situation. But if there's people out there that feel like they can't leave, they can, even with no money. I mean, you can go into an office, a government agency, and they can probably get you placed right away. I don't know what came over him, but from what I've talked to other family members and his family, he's always been like gone dark. And then he's nice, and then he goes dark. So, and today, from what I've heard, his life, it's because of karma. I really believe that it circles around. We don't get to know when this is going to happen to somebody, and I wish no ill on anyone or him. And once you heal, I forgave him for all that he's done to me, because that's the only way that I can heal myself, and feel good about myself and love myself, is because I forgave him. I even wrote a letter to him, but I didn't mail it to him physically, just in my mind. And after me doing that, it made things so much better for me, because he is not in a good place today. His life is horrible. it's because he's done so many bad things to so many people, not just to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people do reap what they put out into the world.
And people that are hurt other people. So it's sort of a vicious circle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's sad.
It is. And so, okay, speaking of Mollie, Mollie has heard Robin's voice and has come into the room to be by Robin.
Just to make sure you're okay.
I'm okay.
Oh,
Thanks,
maybe
Rachel.
that too. Maybe she picked up that, I need to check. Oh my
Oh, how
gosh.
sweet.
That is sweet. But that's how much you're loved, Robin.
Oh, thank you. Feel your love, Mollie.
And now she goes.
And now she goes. Okay. She might lie down.
Yeah,
Oh, she is. She's
yeah,
lying
lying
down
down.
here next to us. Okay.
Making sure you're okay.
Yeah, making sure you're
so
okay.
you have a guardian angel on
Yeah.
4 legs.
I have lots of guardian angels. It's amazing. I mean, you're 2 beautiful angels right sitting here
Oh.
with me. You really are 2 amusing human beings. And life, we just don't get to know about life. And we just do the best that we can. We're all doing the best that we can. But I believe that when you're positive and you're happy, things become so much better
Yeah,
for
because
you.
you attract what you are.
Yes.
What you predominantly think about is what you draw to yourself.
Yes.
Which is
The
what
law
the
of
secret is.
attraction.
Yeah, the law of attraction. That's what
Yeah.
the secret is
Yes.
about, right?
Yes.
Which is also called the law of love. And I
Mm.
truly believe that nothing, absolutely nothing, can withstand the power of love.
Yes.
So it was important that you got to a place of realizing you needed to take care of you, right? With
Right.
regards to your husband, but also
Yes.
that you loved yourself enough. See, I think that's part of the problem, that women don't love themselves enough.
That's a learned behavior. We're basically told we need to be good girls, so therefore we never speak up and we never really defend ourselves because we got to be a good girl. At least that's what I was taught.
Mm-hmm.
I think of some women that don't have that feeling of loving themselves. I think by just starting with a small little notebook and a pen and just writing down your thoughts is one way to start the beginning of something that can transpire into something wonderful.
Yeah, I think journaling or writing, any form of writing, but we've talked about journaling before in other podcasts too, and the power of that.
There's something about writing something that concentrates that energy for some reason.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like planting a seed. And like Louise Hay would say, when you're planting a seed, you're going to water it and nurture it. You're going to
With
take
your
care of it.
emotions.
Yeah, and then you're going to see it grow.
And you've really seen that grow in your life.
Yes. Sometimes I don't look too much at my life. I don't. I step outside the box for a minute and say, "Oh, wow, this really all happened."
It's really miraculous, isn't it?
This little red bucket and all my cleaning supplies, really, and the thoughts that I had for myself and writing and journaling and just the power of Louise Hay and Wayne Dyer, all of them, is something amazing. It's something to follow.
So you would recommend these books, but also maybe reading from other people, right? To
Yes.
get that sense of self, but also maybe to empower yourself with more knowledge.
Yes, absolutely.
And then also the journaling, how important that is.
Yes.
And then having, if not family, someone who is there to help support or encourage, right?
Right, absolutely. Yeah, my 2 daughters are brilliant girls. I mean, I'm really proud of them. They've come so far, and they have great jobs, and they have great kids, and they're just so smart. And I always send them nice quotes all the time because, life, we just don't know, and how we feel sometimes. And sometimes we get sad or, whatever. Things happen in our lives. We don't know why. It just is, right? And I'll always send them a nice message, a nice quote of something because it makes you feel good. It uplifts your soul. And we all need to uplift each other because there's so much stuff going on in the world.
Oh, especially today, it seems like, right? I mean, so much turmoil. Yes.
So have you, so obviously, or I would presume that everything that you have learned, you have imbued into your two doctors.
Yes.
How fortunate they are.
Yeah, they're amazing girls. I'm really grateful to have them in my life. And they can see what their mother did. Anything and everything is possible.
They must really admire you, too. I mean, really, yeah. Look up to you, and they've learned so much from you.
Yeah.
To see you actually leave a bad situation and be able to do all that on your own.
On my own.
So if you were to give advice to anybody listening, what would you say if you could make it into a quote?
Never dwell on the past because it's gone. Always focus now, the moment that you're in.
That's why it's called the present. It's a gift.
Yeah, it is a gift. It is a gift to be in the present moment. Never look back. Just push forward.
That is so difficult, though, to be present, because I think most of us spend time in the past regretting, I could have, should have, would have, or we worry about the future, what if that happens. So being in the present is really a hard thing to do. It takes a lot of discipline, awareness of yourself and where you're at.
This is what's happening right now. This is all that's happening that we know of that's happening right now. Nothing else.
The three of us together.
Yes, together. Yeah. And that's all that matters right now. This is it. Because we don't get to know anything. Yeah. And that's what I do.
Are there other things that you do to help bring you to the present moment? Practices that you have in your life to remind yourself of that or get to that?
Just reading and journaling. Being very grateful for what you have in this present moment. I mean, being healthy or have good shoes that are helping me support my body.
And my car starting. Yeah, little things like that.
Yeah, I have a car that takes me to where I want to go. Just being grateful and appreciating in the moment and telling people that you love them. I think that's really important.
Mary is very good at that. No, you are.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. But I agree. That is so important because we never know when something's going to happen to us or someone else. I mean, I've lost, unfortunately, too many friends that I wish, sometimes I wish I had even expressed my love more than I did. But I know that I really told them all the time that I loved them.
I'm sure you did.
So I do think that's important. I appreciate everything you've said. Really, it's all so important, especially gratitude.
Yeah. And using your feelings to let you know where you're at. Your emotions are very powerful and they are a strong tool. So if you can feel, if you don't feel good, you know that you're thinking the wrong thoughts, right?
Yes, and always go with your gut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Never go against the gut because when you do, it's not a pretty situation sometimes.
Always, never ignore a hunch.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's showing you this. It's showing you exactly what you need. The other day, a perfect example, I was trying to get these pickles off the top shelf at this health food store, and I'm yanking and I couldn't get these pickles off the shelf. Finally, I got them off, but the universe was telling me, no, don't bring these pickles home. And I brought them home, and they were no good. They were bad.
Oh, wow.
But that, in order to come to that awareness, in order to come to that conclusion, you have to be aware.
Yes.
And understand that connection.
Yes. Because other people would get home, open that and go, oh shoot, darn it, and just get angry, right?
Oh, right.
Rather than going, oh,
yes.
It was so difficult for me to get them. Yes. I was being told not to get them. Why didn't I pay attention at that moment? Why don't we pay attention at each of those moments?
Because we haven't been taught, we have actually been taught not to use our gut instinct, our our sixth sense, if you like. And so I think we have to relearn to do that.
Or practice it. Practice it.
Yeah.
It's so important because God or this universe, right? Because we're all part of God. We're all part of one. We need to listen to what it's telling us and not be in such a hurry on everything. Take your time. Slow down.
Yeah, slow down.
You know, it's beautiful. While we're here, enjoy the journey, because our journey is unfolding as it should, exactly as it should. No questioning. When we question, things start coming in. Don't question, just let it be exactly as it is.
You are a very wise woman.
You are a very wise woman. And obviously, from your experience, you've learned so much and grown beyond that experience. And just think how wonderful that is, that if you had stayed, you might not be here today, number one, right?
Right.
Number two, I would put thousands of dollars down saying you wouldn't be happy.
Absolutely right.
Apart from the waving of the gun, was he physical violent with you?
He didn't beat me, but he verbally abused me.
Sometimes that's worse.
Yeah. And controlling everything.
Yeah, that mental deprivation is
really hard.
Yes, it is.
Because it really eats away at your own empowerment, your own power, your own sense of self.
Sure, you get so low that, like you say, how do these people pick up the pieces and pick themselves up? And I'm telling you, just get a notebook, a piece of paper, rip it out of your kid's book, whatever you have to do to get a piece of paper and a pen, and start journaling and start having these positive thoughts and beliefs and visualizing what you want.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah, really trying to picture that.
Yes.
And believing in that picture, not just picturing it.
Right, and constantly seeing it.
Yeah, you have to be really, it has to be your dominant thoughts, your dominant
Never
thinking.
give up.
Yeah.
Never surrender.
Yeah.
Always push forward.
And wasn't it Wanda Bryan that said that being grateful is next to being in a state of love? That gratitude is very close to the state of being in love.
Yes, it's pretty much bringing you close to God.
Yeah.
Or, with others, noticing, you notice everything when you're in the presence of it.
And when you say God, you mean
the
universe.
The universe, yes. Yeah.
Robin, thank you so much. And you know what? We had a moment of a miracle during this that I talked about Mollie at the beginning, and then Mollie opened up the door. She's a quite clever dog, and came in.
And I really think there's so much power in recognizing those little things, because that was a small thing and a lot of people would just have taken it as here's years, but you looked at it as a little miracle.
Yes.
And I think that's so important, being able to see those little things, mundane things that are in many ways miraculous.
There's so many miracles that we don't see, it just gets past.
Yeah.
And we really that's where it comes to stop and slow down and really see it all.
For what it is.
Be in the passenger seat. Look out the window. Don't be the driver. And when you're in the passenger seat, you see so many beautiful things.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, really
that's a perfect way to end this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much,
Thank
Robin.
you very much for having me.